Lughnasadh. The first harvest. Lughnasadh holds several significances and symbolisms tied to the cycle of nature and the harvest season. Here are some key significances of Lughnasadh. Lughnasadh marks the first harvest of the year, specifically the harvest of grains and fruits. It is a time to celebrate the abundance and fruits of the earth. The significance lies in recognizing the hard work and efforts put into cultivating and nurturing the crops and the gratitude for the sustenance they provide. Lughnasadh falls at the midpoint between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. It signifies the transition from the height of summer to the beginning of autumn. It is a time of change, as the days gradually become shorter and the energies of nature shift. Lughnasadh serves as a reminder of the ever-changing cycles of life and the impermanence of seasons. Lughnasadh is a time to express gratitude for the blessings and abundance in our lives. It encourages us to appreciate the gifts of the earth, the fruits of our labor, and the interconnectedness between humans and nature. It reminds us to be mindful of the sustenance we receive and to share our abundance with others. Lughnasadh symbolizes the culmination of the growth cycle and the reaping of rewards. It represents the harvest of both literal crops and metaphorical achievements. It is a time to acknowledge personal growth, celebrate achievements, and set intentions for the future. History. Lughnasadh has historical roots dating back to ancient Celtic and pagan traditions. The festival marks the beginning of the harvest season and has been celebrated for centuries in various forms. Here is a brief overview of the history of Lughnasadh. Lughnasadh finds its origins in Celtic mythology and practices. The name, Lughnasadh, is derived from the Old English word, halafmace, which means, loaf mass, or loaf feast. The festival corresponds to the ancient Celtic festival of Lughnasadh, named after the god Lugh, a prominent figure in Celtic mythology associated with harvest and craftsmanship. Lughnasadh held great significance in agricultural communities as a time to assess the success of the harvest and make plans for the coming season. It was a time for farmers to evaluate the yields, store the harvested grains, and prepare for the winter months ahead. With the spread of Christianity, Lughnasadh became associated with Christian traditions. In medieval times, Lughnasadh was observed as a Christian holiday known as Loaf Mass, or Harvest Festival, where loaves of bread made from the new grain harvest were consecrated in church services. Traditions. Lughnasadh is a traditional festival celebrated on August 1st or the first harvest of grains and fruits. It marks the halfway point between the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. The traditions of Lughnasadh vary among different cultures and individuals, but here are some common practices associated with the celebration. In Celtic traditions, Lughnasadh is associated with the god Lugh, the deity of light, craftsmanship, and harvest. Some individuals may incorporate rituals or invocations to honor Lugh during their Lughnasadh celebrations. Offerings and prayers may be made to express gratitude for the abundance and blessings of the season. Lughnasadh is primarily a harvest festival, and one of the main traditions is gathering the first fruits of the season. It is a time to appreciate the abundance of the earth and give thanks for the bountiful harvest. Individuals may gather grains, fruits, and vegetables from their gardens or visit local farmers' markets to acquire fresh produce. These offerings can be used in rituals, shared with loved ones, or donated to those in need. Bread holds great significance during Lughnasadh as it represents the harvested grain. Many people engage in the tradition of baking bread, especially wheat or grain-based loaves, during this time. The freshly baked bread symbolizes nourishment, sustenance, and the cycle of life. It is often shared with family, friends, or the community as a gesture of abundance and togetherness. Lughnasadh is often celebrated in nature, embracing the beauty of the outdoors. Picnics, outdoor feasts, or gatherings in parks or gardens are popular ways to commemorate the occasion. Activities such as dancing, singing, storytelling, and playing games are common during these outdoor celebrations.
Deities. Lughnasadh is a festival that celebrates the first harvest of the year and the bounty of the land. Various deities from different mythologies are associated with this seasonal celebration. Here are a few deities commonly connected to Lughnasadh. Lugh is a prominent Celtic deity associated with craftsmanship, skill, and the harvest. He is often depicted as a warrior, a master of many arts, and a sun god. Lu is celebrated as the god of the harvest and the one who brings abundance and prosperity to the land. Demeter. In Greek and Roman mythology, Demeter, Ceres in Roman mythology, is a goddess of agriculture, grain, and fertility. She is closely associated with the harvest and the cycle of planting, growth, and harvest. Demeter is honored during Lughnasadh for her role in providing nourishment and abundance. Tailtiu. Tailtiu is an Irish goddess associated with the land and agriculture. She is said to have cleared the plains of Ireland and made them fertile for farming. Tailtiu is honored during Lughnasadh as a symbol of hard work, the transformation of the land, and the bounty of the harvest. Persephone. In Greek mythology, Persephone is a goddess associated with the cycle of seasons and the harvest. As the daughter of Demeter, she spends half the year in the underworld, symbolizing the dormant period of the land during winter. Her return from the underworld during spring and summer represents the renewal and abundance of the harvest. John Barleycorn. Although not a specific deity, John Barleycorn is a symbolic figure associated with the spirit of the grain and the sacrifice made for the harvest. In folklore and mythology, John Barleycorn represents the grain that is harvested, sacrificed, and transformed into food and drink.
Altar decor. During Lughnasadh, altar decorations are often inspired by the themes of harvest, abundance, and the bountiful gifts of nature. Here are some popular altar decorations associated with Lughnasadh. Place sheaves of harvested grains, such as wheat, barley, or corn, on your altar. These symbolize the abundance of the harvest season and the fruits of the earth's abundance. You can tie them with colorful ribbons or display them in vases or baskets. Adorn your altar with vibrant sunflowers and wildflowers, which are in full bloom during the summer season. These flowers represent the sun's energy and the beauty of the natural world. Arrange them in vases or make small bouquets to place on your altar. A cornucopia, also known as the horn of plenty, is a classic symbol of abundance and prosperity. Fill a small cornucopia with seasonal fruits, vegetables, and nuts to represent the rich harvest. You can place it as a centerpiece on your altar or incorporate smaller versions into your decorations. Light candles in warm, harvest-themed colors such as orange, yellow, and gold. These colors represent the sun's energy and the ripening crops. Use candle holders that reflect the season, such as ones shaped like suns, leaves, or corn. Display agricultural tools, such as a sickle, scythe, or small garden tools, on your altar. These tools symbolize the hard work and efforts of the harvest season. You can hang them on the wall behind your altar or place them in a prominent position. Incorporate fresh fruits and vegetables that are harvested during this time of year. Apples, berries, squash, corn, and other seasonal produce can be placed in baskets or arranged in bowls on your altar. Choose varieties that are locally sourced or resonate with the harvest season. Colors. The choice of colors for Lughnasadh may vary depending on personal preferences and traditions. However, there are a few colors commonly associated with the energy and symbolism of this harvest festival. Here are 3 popular colors often used during Lughnasadh. Gold represents the warmth and radiance of the sun, which plays a vital role in the growth and ripening of crops during the summer season. It symbolizes abundance, prosperity, and the harvest's golden bounty. Incorporate gold-colored items, such as candles, ribbons, or altar cloths, to honor the sun's energy and the abundance of the harvest. Green is the color of nature, fertility, and the lushness of the land. It represents the vibrant growth of plants and crops during the summer season. Use green-colored fabrics, ribbons, or fresh leaves and branches to symbolize the vitality and abundance of the earth. Orange is often associated with the warmth and energy of the harvest season. It represents the sun's transformative power and the ripening fruits and vegetables of the harvest. Incorporate orange-colored candles, flowers, or decorative elements to evoke the energy of Lughnasadh and the vibrant colors of autumn. Incense. Various types of incense can be used during Lughnasadh to enhance the atmosphere and evoke the energy of the harvest season. Here are some popular options. Frankincense is a classic and versatile incense often associated with ceremonial rituals and celebrations. Its rich and resinous scent is believed to promote purification, spiritual connection, and positive energy, making it a suitable choice for Lughnasadh. Myrrh resin has a warm, earthy, and slightly sweet aroma. It is often used in rituals to promote spiritual awakening, protection, and healing. Myrrh can be burned during Lughnasadh to create a sacred and inviting ambiance. Sandalwood is known for its calming and grounding properties. It has a woody and slightly sweet fragrance that is believed to enhance meditation, relaxation, and spiritual practices. Burning sandalwood incense during Lughnasadh can help create a peaceful and sacred space. Cinnamon has a warm and spicy scent that is often associated with the autumn season. It is believed to bring prosperity, abundance, and joy. Burning cinnamon incense during Lughnasadh can infuse the atmosphere with a festive and uplifting aroma. Sage is commonly used for purification and cleansing rituals. Its strong and aromatic smoke is believed to clear negative energy and create a sacred space. Burning sage incense can be done before or during Lughnasadh ceremonies to purify the environment and invite positive energies. Chamomile has a gentle and soothing fragrance often associated with relaxation, peace, and inner harmony. Burning chamomile incense can create a tranquil atmosphere during Lughnasadh celebrations.
Stones and crystals. During Lughnasadh, various crystals and stones can be used to align with the energy and themes of the harvest season. These crystals and stones are often chosen for their colors, properties, and symbolic associations. Here are some popular crystals and stones associated with Lughnasadh. Carnelian is a vibrant orange-red stone that embodies the energy of abundance, vitality, and motivation. It is associated with the fertile earth and the bountiful harvest. Carnelian can be used to enhance creativity, inspire action, and promote a sense of empowerment during the harvest season. Sunstone is a warm, golden stone that radiates the energy of the sun. It represents warmth, optimism, and vitality. Sunstone can be used to celebrate the solar energy at the height of summer and the life-giving power of the sun during the harvest. It is believed to bring joy, abundance, and positive energy into one's life. Yellow jasper is a stone of endurance, stability, and grounding. It has a sunny, golden color that reflects the abundance and richness of the harvest season. Yellow jasper can be used to promote strength, stability, and the ability to manifest one's goals and desires. It connects with the Earth's energy and helps create a sense of balance during times of transition. Citrine is a bright yellow crystal known as the stone of abundance. It is associated with success, prosperity, and joy. Citrine can be used to amplify positive energy, attract abundance, and enhance manifestation during the harvest season. It is also believed to stimulate creativity and encourage a positive outlook on life. Green aventurine is a stone of luck, abundance, and opportunity. Its green color symbolizes growth, fertility, and the lushness of nature. Green aventurine can be used to attract opportunities, promote abundance, and support emotional healing and balance during the harvest season. It is also believed to enhance one's connection with the natural world. Moss agate is a stone of grounding, growth, and connection with nature. It has a moss-like appearance and contains green and earthy tones. Moss agate can be used to align with the energy of the earth, promote emotional balance, and enhance the connection with the natural cycles of growth and harvest.
Animals. Several animals have symbolic associations with Lughnasadh, reflecting the harvest season and the natural world. While specific animal associations may vary depending on personal beliefs and cultural traditions, here are some animals commonly associated with Lughnasadh. The rooster is often associated with Lughnasadh due to its connection with the dawn, awakening, and the announcement of a new day. It symbolizes the breaking of a new cycle, the call to action, and the anticipation of the harvest. Its crowing is reminiscent of the rising sun and the energy of the early morning. Squirrels are known for their activity during the harvest season, gathering and storing nuts and seeds for the coming months. They represent preparation, resourcefulness, and the importance of planning. Their diligent work in gathering provisions aligns with the themes of abundance and harvest during Lughnasadh. Bees are often associated with Lughnasadh due to their role in pollination and honey production. They symbolize community, cooperation, and the fruits of collective labor. Bees' industrious nature and their vital contribution to the cycle of life align with the themes of abundance, productivity, and the interconnectedness of nature. Butterflies are creatures of transformation and renewal, symbolizing the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. They go through a process of metamorphosis, emerging from a cocoon as vibrant and beautiful beings. Their presence during Lughnasadh signifies the transformation of crops from seed to harvest, as well as personal growth and the unfolding of new potentials. Harvest mice are small rodents often associated with the harvest season. Their presence signifies the abundance of the fields and their ability to thrive amid plenty. They represent the hidden treasures and delicate balance within nature's bounty. The corn snake has symbolic ties to the harvest and agriculture. It is often associated with grain storage and protection from pests, reflecting the importance of preserving the harvested crops. The corn snake's shedding of its skin also symbolizes renewal and transformation, aligning with the themes of Lughnasadh. Trees. Several trees are associated with Lughnasadh, representing the energy and symbolism of the harvest season. Here are a few trees commonly associated with this festival. The mighty oak is highly revered in Celtic mythology and is often associated with the god Lugh, who the festival is named after. The oak tree symbolizes strength, endurance, wisdom, and abundance. It represents the height of summer and the bountiful energy of Lughnasadh. The hazel tree holds significance in Celtic mythology and folklore. It is associated with wisdom, divination, and knowledge. The hazelnut, borne by the tree, is often seen as a symbol of inspiration and the gathering of knowledge during the harvest season. The apple tree is closely linked to the harvest season and abundance. It represents fertility, renewal, and the cycle of life. Apples are often harvested in late summer, making them a fitting symbol for Lughnasadh. They can be used in rituals, offerings, or as decorations on the altar. The rowan tree, also known as the mountain ash, is associated with protection, warding off negativity, and magical properties. Its bright red berries are often seen as symbols of vitality and the turning of the seasons. The rowan tree is believed to possess powerful energy during the harvest season. The blackberry bush is known for its delicious berries that ripen during the late summer months. It represents abundance, healing, and the rewards of the harvest. Blackberries can be incorporated into Lughnasadh rituals, recipes, or altar decorations. Flowers. Several flowers are associated with Lughnasadh, representing the energy and symbolism of the harvest season. Here are a few flowers commonly associated with this festival. Sunflowers are iconic symbols of Lughnasadh and the summer season. Their large, vibrant yellow blooms resembling the sun represent vitality, abundance, and harvest. Sunflowers are often used in Lughnasadh decorations, bouquets, and floral arrangements. Marigolds are bright, cheerful flowers that are often associated with Lughnasadh. They symbolize warmth, prosperity, and protection. Their golden or orange hues reflect the colors of the harvest season and are commonly used in Lughnasadh rituals and decorations. Poppies are delicate and vibrant flowers associated with fertility, remembrance, and transformation. They represent the cycles of life and death, making them fitting symbols for Lughnasadh, which marks the transition from summer to autumn. Poppies can be incorporated into Lughnasadh altars or rituals as a representation of the season's transformative energy. Heather is a flowering plant often associated with Lughnasadh in Celtic traditions. It represents luck, protection, and spiritual connection. Heather's purple or pink blooms add a touch of color and symbolism to Lughnasadh celebrations. Goldenrod is a tall, yellow-flowered plant that blooms in late summer and early autumn. It is often associated with abundance, prosperity, and healing. Goldenrod can be used in Lughnasadh decorations or as offerings on the altar to symbolize the bountiful energy of the harvest season. Herbs and spices. During Lughnasadh, various herbs and spices are commonly used to celebrate the harvest season and honor the abundance of nature. Here are some popular herbs and spices associated with Lughnasadh. Basil is a versatile herb with a delightful aroma. It is often associated with prosperity, abundance, and protection. During Lughnasadh, fresh basil leaves can be used in cooking or infused into oils and vinegar for culinary purposes or as offerings on the altar. Thyme is a fragrant herb associated with courage, purification, and strength. It can be used in cooking to add flavor to dishes or incorporated into ritual incense blends or sachets for Lughnasadh ceremonies. Rosemary is a sacred herb often associated with remembrance, purification, and protection. It can be used in cooking, added to ritual baths or smudging bundles, or used in crafting wreaths or decorations for Lughnasadh celebrations. Sage is a popular herb used for cleansing, purification, and spiritual protection. It can be burned as incense or bundled together in smudge sticks for rituals and space clearing during Lughnasadh. Cinnamon is a warm and aromatic spice associated with abundance, prosperity, and passion. It can be used in cooking, added to beverages, or incorporated into ritual oils or sachets to invoke the energies of Lughnasadh. Meadowsweet is a traditional herb associated with Lughnasadh. It symbolizes love, healing, and blessings. The flowers and leaves can be used in teas, infusions, or as decorative elements on the altar. Chamomile is a calming and soothing herb associated with relaxation, peace, and well-being. It can be used in teas, baths, or as an ingredient in ritual preparations to promote a sense of tranquility and harmony during Lughnasadh. Food. Lughnasadh is a festival that celebrates the first harvest of the year. Traditional foods associated with Lughnasadh often incorporate seasonal fruits, grains, and vegetables. Here are some popular food options to serve during Lughnasadh. Bread is a staple food during Lughnasadh, representing the harvest of grains. You can bake homemade bread, such as wheat bread or cornbread, and incorporate seasonal ingredients like herbs or dried fruits. Fresh berries like strawberries, blackberries, or raspberries are in season during Lughnasadh. They can be served fresh as a dessert or incorporated into dishes like fruit salads, pies, or tarts. Corn is a significant symbol of abundance and harvest. Grilled or roasted corn on the cob is a popular choice during Lughnasadh. You can also use corn in various dishes, such as cornbread, corn salads, or corn chowder. Apples are associated with Lughnasadh as a symbol of the harvest and the turning of the seasons. They can be used in apple pies, apple crumbles, or simply enjoyed fresh. Apple cider is also a popular beverage to serve during this time. Incorporate seasonal vegetables like zucchini, tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, or beans into your dishes. You can make fresh salads, roasted vegetable medleys, or vegetable soups to celebrate the bounty of the harvest. Honey is a sweet and symbolic addition to Lughnasadh meals. It represents the sweetness and abundance of the season. Use honey as a natural sweetener in dressings, marinades, or desserts. Create herbal infusions or teas using seasonal herbs like mint, chamomile, or lavender. These can be served as refreshing beverages to accompany your Lughnasadh feast. Recipe. A traditional recipe for Lughnasadh bread, which is a simple and hearty bread made with grains and seeds. Here's a recipe you can try. Lughnasadh bread. Ingredients: 2 cups whole wheat flour, 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup rolled oats, 1/4 cup cornmeal, 1/4 cup sunflower seeds, 2 tablespoons flax seeds, 2 tablespoons honey, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 3/4 cups buttermilk. Directions: preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, 190 degrees Celsius. Grease a baking sheet or line it with parchment paper. In a large mixing bowl, combine the whole wheat flour, all-purpose flour, rolled oats, cornmeal, sunflower seeds, flax seeds, salt, and baking soda. Mix well to evenly distribute the ingredients. In a separate bowl, whisk together the honey and buttermilk until well combined. Make a well in the center of the dry ingredients and pour in the buttermilk mixture. Stir until the dough comes together. If the dough seems too dry, you can add a little more buttermilk, a tablespoon at a time. Turn the dough out onto a lightly floured surface and knead it gently for a few minutes until it becomes smooth and elastic. Shape the dough into a round loaf and place it on the prepared baking sheet. Use a sharp knife to make a cross-shaped cut on the top of the loaf. Bake the bread in the preheated oven for about 40 to 45 minutes, or until the loaf is golden brown and sounds hollow when tapped on the bottom. Remove the bread from the oven and let it cool on a wire rack before slicing and serving. Lughnasadh bread is best enjoyed fresh, served warm with butter or your favorite spreads. It's a delicious and symbolic way to celebrate the season's first harvest. Crafts. During Lughnasadh, there are various crafts and activities that you can engage in to celebrate the harvest season and honor the spirit of the festival. Here are some popular crafts associated with Lughnasadh. Create traditional corn husk dolls by weaving and shaping dried corn husks. These dolls can be decorated with ribbons, twine, or other natural materials. They symbolize the harvest and the fertility of the land. Craft a harvest-themed wreath using natural materials such as wheat stalks, dried flowers, leaves, berries, and ribbons. Hang it on your door or use it as a centerpiece to bring the spirit of Lughnasadh into your home. Construct a cornucopia, also known as a horn of plenty, using a woven basket or a paper cone. Fill it with an abundance of seasonal fruits, vegetables, grains, and nuts as a representation of the harvest's bounty. Gather herbs, such as lavender, rosemary, sage, and thyme, and create bundles or smudge sticks. These can be used for purification rituals or as fragrant decorations during your Lughnasadh celebrations.
Wheat weaving. Use wheat or other grain stalks to weave ornamental wall art. Hang these wheat weaving on your walls or use on your altar.
Craft your own candles using beeswax or soy wax. Infuse them with herbs or essential oils associated with Lughnasadh, such as cinnamon, clove, or frankincense. Light these candles during your rituals or place them on your altar. Create a crown or headdress using flowers, leaves, wheat stalks, and other natural materials. Wear it as a symbol of abundance and the crowning glory of the harvest season. Make it. Create a traditional corn dolly to honor the harvest and bring abundance into your home. Corn husk doll. Materials: 6 corn husks, string, scissors. Directions: soak the corn husks or straw in warm water for about 30 minutes to make them more pliable. Take 4 corn husks and tie them together with string near the narrow bottom. Fold the corn husks down over the tied straw. Make the doll's head by tying a string tightly around the end that you just pulled husks over. Take a piece of corn husk and roll it up to begin making the doll's arms. Take a string and tie it tightly around each end to create the doll's hands. Take your doll and separate the corn husks so you can slide the arms up in between the front and back husks. Create the doll's waist by tying a string around it underneath the arms. Be sure to double knot it. Now create a top for the doll. Cut a piece of husk in 2 lengthwise. Wrap each piece around the neck of the doll to form an X in front. Secure it with a tied string. Leave the husks open to create a skirt, or split them into 2 and tie them with string to make pants. You can also incorporate the corn dolly into your Lughnasadh rituals and ceremonies, such as using it as a centerpiece on your dining table or offering it to the gods as a token of gratitude. Rituals and spells. Creating a protective and purifying charm for your home is a meaningful way to connect with the energies of Lughnasadh. Here's a suggestion for making a charm using wood and herbs. Protection charm. Materials: wood branch, about 18 inches. Bunches of herbs, twine, scissors. Preferred woods: cedar, oak, ash, alder, hawthorn, rowan. Preferred herbs: sage, rosemary, lavender, basil, bay, St. John's wort, rue. Cut a piece of twine about 18 inches long. Securely tie the ends to the ends of the wood. Arrange the herbs into bundles and tie them with twine. Leave excess twine to attach to the wood. Tie the herb bundles to the wood with twine. Feel free to arrange them in a way that feels visually pleasing to you or resonates with your intentions. As you hang the charm, set your intentions for purifying and protecting your home. Visualize the space being cleansed and shielded from negative energies. You can recite the following words and create your own. Let this charm protect my home from any negative forces, seen or unseen. Grant me safety from all energy that attempts to hold me back from my greatest good. So it may be. You can periodically clean the charm with smoke or perform a simple blessing ritual to recharge its protective properties. Home Protection Spell. Materials: loaf of fresh bread, hand shovel. This spell works best with bread you make yourself and infuse with the intention of home protection, but can be done with store-bought bread as well. Hold the bread in your hands and visualize a shield of energy surrounding your home, keeping it safe and secure. Feel the warmth and nourishment it represents, symbolizing the abundance and stability of your home. Break the bread into 4 pieces. As you do so, focus your intention on each piece representing a specific corner of your home: east, south, west, and north. Go outside to the eastern corner and bury 1 piece of bread in the ground while saying aloud, "Protection in the east." Visualize a barrier forming in that direction, safeguarding your home from any negative influences or harm. If you cannot bury the bread in the ground around your home, rip the bread into smaller pieces and put it into a potted plant in that corner of your home. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 corners of your home, burying a piece of bread at each corner. Speak the words, "Protection in the south," "Protection in the west," and "Protection in the north," as you do so. Visualize a protective shield extending around your home, forming a sacred space of safety and harmony. After burying the 4th piece of bread, take a moment to stand in the center of your home. Close your eyes and visualize a brilliant light radiating from the ground, enveloping your entire home in a protective embrace. See this light as a powerful force field, repelling any negative energies or unwanted influences. Offer a prayer or affirmation of gratitude to the earth, your chosen deities, or the universal energies that resonate with you. Express your thanks for the protection and security that now surrounds your home.